Hey y'all. So I'm gonna show you how to do something funny. I just didn't see this anywhere on the internet. I know people know about this game because like there are good speedruns of it, but I've just never seen anyone do these two things with sheep that I found. And I'm also not very good at like knowing about sheep and their programming and stuff. But here I am in Tax Village, right? And of course, sheep are pretty hilarious because if you throw them in the water, well, sheep and water don't mix, so the sheep just kind of no, it doesn't disappear here. It disappears in the other area, though. And then, this is a sheep and it's in its local area. So if I decide, oh boy, I'm gonna throw the sheep off the cliff, I think the sheep, doesn't cause any problems, but I don't know if the game makes the sheep reappear. But anyway, no problems with that. That might just be a reset thing where the game is like, okay, if you leave and come back, we'll give the sheep back. But, this is fine for the local area, right? But I have this thing where if I go back to the sheep that are next to Jabulba's hut, there's two of them. And with one sheep, I'm going to make one sheep vanish entirely from the map, and I'm going to make another sheep softlock the game, which is fun. Because, I thought originally, oh, if I throw a sheep over the cliff, it's just going to reappear. And this is actually what happens when you throw one of the sheeps next to Jabulba's hut in the water. It reappears, after it disappears. But that's a more immediate circumstance than falling off a cliff, so here we go. So here are these poor two little sheep, no idea that they're about to take part in this craziness. Bleeding for their dear little lives. Okay, so here's a sheep, and I'm gonna put it in the water. Oh! Very funny. The sheep has vanished. Hey look, it's right there again. That was pretty quick. In fact, there wasn't even any cheesy reanimation or anything. Now here's how I'm gonna make my first sheep disappear for good, other than by throwing him off the cliff, which is not special. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna say, ooh, I'm gonna cook a nice sheep. Now watch what happens when I put this sheep on the fiery pot. Where did it go? It disappears, and it does not come back. As you can see, there is no second sheep here. There's just this sheep now. So, pretty crazy. Now let's softlock the game. Come on. Sheep aren't supposed to run over here. Come on. Okay. So the trick to softlocking the game is, if you throw the sheep over the cliff and you're far away from the original area, again, I don't know anything about the game's coding or programming, but I just know that this is something that can be done, and I don't know how far away I have to go. Potentially I could do it here and it could work, but, I'm more interested in going to the same spot that I always go to because I don't want to, I don't want to risk me doing it on tape and it not working. So, yeah. Anyway, here I am running along, and the area I want to get to is the farthest area over near Dry Rock Canyon, where I don't have to do any jumping. So as you can see, these ledges are going down. So I can just kind of keep walking, and then I can, I can walk through this area and all of this nonsense. And see, look, there's sheep here. This is what makes me think it has to be a far away thing. If you throw this sheep off the exact same cliff that I'm about to throw it off, the game does not softlock. It only softlocks if you take one of these sheep from over near Jabulba's hut and just go over here. So here we go. Time for me to go as far over here as I possibly can. And the softlock is... Ooh, first let's kill these nurbles since they're annoying. I always go as far over as I can in case, for some reason it has to do with distance, I want to always be able to softlock it. So...
Gotcha.
Yeah, there you are. Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. It's softlock time, kiddies. Okay. So you just go over to the cliff, throw it off, and what's going to happen is the screen is just going to freeze. There we go! Softlock! Isn't that a great noise that it's making? Okay. There we go, so there's a little softlock for you.